Accept your death.
Alright, Bonehawks, today's video is something a little bit different. Just wanted to have a little chit-chat. You know? It's one-on-one. If you're not into that type of thing, thanks for at least giving this video a chance. Appreciate you. I haven't done one of these in a while where I just kind of chill and chat. Figured I'd throw Quan Chi and Li Mei on the screen for some reason. That's just who I picked today. But it's getting close to the holidays. And starting to hear that Christmas music. You know, the Mariah Careys and stuff, and it's always kind of a tough time for me, because it always reminds me of my mom. Because my mom loved Christmas. She loved anything to celebrate her kids. It was such a big thing for her. Birthdays were always the craziest thing. I remember one time, one Halloween, I wanted to be Sonic the Hedgehog, and I was like maybe 7 or 8. And like, I was being Sonic the Hedgehog, and my mom could not find a costume anywhere. So she made one from scratch. And it looked exactly how bad you thought it did. But it was important to her that I was Sonic the Hedgehog. And in the moment, I was the coolest kid on the block. I was Sonic the Hedgehog, you know? Looking at pictures is quite funny. Maybe I'll see if I can dig one out one time, but anyways, the reason that I wanted to make this video is because on the podcast yesterday I was talking to Hater about something, and for whatever reason this kind of memory popped in my head of when I was a child. And kids are mean, you know, and I came home from school once and I was kind of upset, and my mom was like, "What's wrong?" And somebody had made fun of me because I didn't know about something that was going on. I don't exactly remember what it was, but I just remember like 3 kids yelling at me like, "You didn't know that? You're so stupid. You didn't know that?" And I'm just being upset because, you know, I'm just like, "No, I did know that. I'm not stupid, blah, blah, blah." So anyways, I'm trying to calmly tell my mom about this, and remember her saying, "Well, I don't think not knowing something just necessarily makes you stupid. I think that you just haven't learned it yet." And I don't know if there's the exact words that she used, because I remember like I was still emotional from it happening, but that's something that's like burned in my head. Is like, and I was kind of thinking about it in regards to fighting games, and about how like, in Combat League I'll play somebody, and I can kind of recognize when they don't know how to counter a move, so I'll just keep doing that move, you know, because in Combat League the goal is to win, you know, and that's how I'm choosing to win. And I think that sometimes people take that as like that same feeling, you know, like, I'm not stupid, that move's just overpowered, you know. And I think that like mentality of getting through that and being like, okay, well, that clearly didn't work. Let's go back. Now we have the replay takeover thing. Going back and reviewing that and seeing what I could have done different, try different things, learn different things, maybe reach out. This doesn't happen very often, especially with like the nature of Combat League, but every once in a while I'll get a message from somebody to be like, "Hey, GG's, what do I do about X move?" You know, and 90% of the time I'll tell them. I'll just say like, "Hey, this is kind of the idea that you got to go around and whatnot," but like just that little extra step of being able to comfortable enough to say, "Hey, didn't know what was happening. Any chance you can give me any tips?" That seems to me to be like the best way to go around that. And I think that some people do, maybe not subconsciously, but I'm not a therapist or anything, so maybe I'm wrong on this, but I think some people subconsciously get that feeling if they lose to something in a game over and over again, and that's where they go like the spamming route or whatever, you know, like placing the blame on somebody else other than, you know, their own thing. So in fighting games, like, losing doesn't mean that you're stupid. You know, losing just means that you haven't learned something yet. As long as you're willing to open your mind and just say, "Hey, I made a mistake, I messed up," you know, that kind of a thing. Let's go figure it out, or let's get some help with it. Maybe you're trying on your own to figure it out as best you can, and you really can't. And so you find a different way, or you find a group of people, or you find a person in particular to kind of help you, you know, understand things, because it's okay to ask for help. Sometimes you just don't know, and your knowledge pool just isn't there, and that's how you really kind of get into the next level of knowledge is by searching it out and finding it somewhere else. And I think this, unfortunately, is what part of why fighting games are a little bit more of a different trend for people to get into, because it is a lot of solo learning. You can join teams and clans and all that kind of stuff too down the road, but like getting into it at first, like that knowledge check level is really difficult unless you're just playing like, single player modes, which even then sometimes can be challenging. So I don't know why I felt compelled to make this video. I just thought that this might be some good to throw out into the world, just the way that my mind's been going lately, hankering. I don't know. I hope this wasn't too like rambly for you. I know this isn't like the longest video ever, but it is just something that I felt was important, and a couple stories that I wanted to share with you, because I don't know, I post a lot of gameplay, but I want you to know that I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude sitting here with this mic that's kind of dirty, this camera I can see a fingerprint on. And I like to share a little bit about myself with people who have spent the time on this channel, whether you came here through tutorial or gameplay, or you know me from a previous game or something like that. Yeah, I'm, just trying to make it in this hustle and bustle world. I don't really know what skibbity toilet means, but maybe this video skibbityed your toilet a little bit. Am I using that right? Okay, I think I'm getting into incoherent old man ramblings now. So, anyways, as always, appreciate all the support and stuff on this channel, and hopefully this video reaches somebody that kind of needed to hear something like this. That's maybe getting frustrated and didn't know what to do. I'm just trying to help. Just out here trying to help people. So, that being said, #BoneHawks, friends. Happy Monday.